Hey, what's up, guys? It's Hector from Que Pasa con la Masa podcast with my right-hand man.
What's up, everybody? Lee Boy Savage. You guys already know. Que pasa con la masa? It's going down.
We have a very, very special guest. We're excited that he actually graced us with our podcast to be here.
Hi.
Some of you might know him, some of you might not. And if you're not, then you're not part of the crew.
Right?
Introduce yourself, please.
I wish he graced me with coffee first, but I'll take it.
We're already getting
no,
called
you
out.
already messed up. You already messed up.
All right, sorry.
Oh, we had it, but it got cold because you were late.
Nah. Actually, you said between 10 and 11.
Oh, true.
So
it's your fault, bro.
So it's your fault.
I have
It's
to go back
10:55 right
Go
now.
back to Dunkin' Donuts.
So I'm Jose, not Juan, online, and I've been doing this for a couple of years, and I actually started doing videos where I was dubbing my voice like everybody else on TikTok, and it wasn't working.
Okay.
And then so one video took off, and now I've transformed it to more and more characters, and now I'm doing stand-up comedy. So, si Dios quiere, movies and TV shows. Hurry up, universe! I'm
Yes,
waiting.
please. Hurry
Hollywood's
up.
calling, bro.
Yes,
Hollywood.
I'm waiting.
Sandra Bullock, where are you?
Yeah,
Cristela Alonso, where are you?
that's so fun. I was gonna wear her shirt today.
Oh, you should
But
have.
I look fat in it, so no. That's all.
You would have looked thin compared to this.
No,
So you're good.
true. Absolutely right.
I'm glad you have humor.
Eso sí, no, there's too many people that have died in my family. No, you just got to turn it around.
Oh yeah,
Or you're depressed or Eeyore. No,
exactly.
no.
Yeah. You don't want to be Eeyore. Always got to be Winnie the Pooh.
I have a friend that I call. I changed his name to Eeyore because ese cabrón for everything. Any little thing, he's like, guess what? I'm like, not again, mato. Half empty.
Fucking depressing just being
Oh,
around no more.
yeah.
Hell yeah. I think we all got
Sometimes-
somebody like that.
Oh, we do. It's sad, but I'm like, you got to get it out. I won't get you out. You got to get yourself out.
Yeah.
I like to answer that call.
Yeah.
I like to let it out, get it all out, because sometimes you build it up and then it just becomes an angry Eeyore.
They gotta go drop some Valium or something in their fucking drink.
Something. No, he likes to sleep too. So I'm like, no, vato. You know what? I don't have time for
Or
this.
Xanax.
We're gonna take you to the west side and go see my friend.
Hey, I'm from the West Side.
I live in the west side, so
Yeah?
it's all good.
What
yeah.
part?
Zamora and Guadalupe.
Hey, you don't have to tell me exactly the address.
I know what's the address,
It's
bro.
14 cents.
Yeah, no, that's
He gives out his phone number every episode.
Oh, loco.
He has it already. It's on speed dial.
Yeah,
What's
no,
really
no.
going
I
on
didn't
over-
save
coffee
it.
time?
Hey,
I
what's
didn't save
what's
it.
really going on over here?
Coffee time.
I didn't save it.
Oh, never
Hey,
mind.
you got to work for it. I love Zarzamora and Guadalupe. You can get hookers, you can get McDonald's, you can get good tacos,
You
like
get
and a haircut.
And don't forget Kong's Express.
I haven't been there in a long time.
Was that
And
Chinese
you-
food or
Oh
what?
yeah, if you know,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
you just get the lemon. ¿Cómo se llama ese?
The lemon chicken.
Lemon chicken.
Lemon chicken, or I always go with the Old Faithful General So.
Of course. What a
Crab
hood rat.
Rangoon, no mames.
No, yeah,
Diet Pepsi.
I'll fuck up crab rangoon real good.
Oh hell yeah, that's just bomb.
If it has crab meat, no, hombre, not crabs, but crab meat, no.
Well, you can get that on one.
You get it right there too.
For an easy $10.
Oh, they charge you?
They went up, inflation.
No, it's free if you sit at the bus stop.
Oh no! I'm
That's
gonna be
gross,
there.
dude.
If you hear two honks, it's me.
He's gonna circle the
See?
block a little bit first.
Yeah.
If you're
I'm
not
like,
from here, we're hooking you up.
yeah, it's for free.
Exactly.
Free 99, guys.
No, hombre. And sweaty. No, thank you. I'm good.
Yeah, go after it rains
Yeah.
because you might get a shower.
Ooh, now that
And I'm
sounds
talking
good.
about a bus driving by the puddles.
Oh yeah, it's raining right now, so it's perfect.
Exactly. No, but I kept telling James, I'm like, man, if we're gonna get one person, this is the person we're gonna get.
Oh, thank
Yeah, he
you.
was
thank
excited, bro. I
and-
think he has a little crush. I'm just.
You
I'm
should.
not
I
out
do.
there if he has
I
a
do.
little crush.
I really
you. So
do.
do a lot of other straight men.
I'm not the only one.
Yes,
And I can
get in
attest
line.
to that. I don't care the number or the time, but it'll happen.
Exactly.
You know, but I mean, sitting next to you and then sitting next to him with his baby blues, so it's kind of hard. You know what I
You're
mean?
getting the full fucking sandwich, bro, right here.
I feel like the
Your-
Oreo
your
filling,
fantasy,
and I'm
your
Wedo,
fantasy.
so it works.
It does. You no. If you don't speak, you can look white.
I could pass by.
Yeah, you could pass. Well, pass somewhere else.
Well, we don't discriminate.
No, I do.
We participate.
I love hot times. Just not women.
No, yes.
Yeah.
I'm glad you made that.
No,
clear.
thank you.
So let me ask you this: when did you discover in your career when you hit a viral video?
So I actually I hadn't discovered it. It was one day I was living in Chicago and I was a flight attendant. And so I had already told the universe, you know what? It's not going to happen for me. This acting thing, it's been past 10 years. So I was like, it's not going to happen. Déjalo. So I started becoming a flight attendant. And one day I started doing a video dubbing again my voice, right, with music.
Yeah.
And then one day a funeral video came up on my For You page. And I thought to myself, I can do that. But they were using our words. So I was like, I think I can do that. Like I can say something to my best friend. And sure enough, I filmed it. And I think it hit like the third time that I refilmed it because there's a part in the video where I pulled a necklace and it kept messing with the voice or the sound. You would know, right? So I was like, fudge. I better redo this again. So in the third one, I got it. And it worked. I don't even think it was that long. I think it was like 2 minutes at the most. And I uploaded it to one platform. I wasn't doing all that good stuff.
What platform was it?
I think it was TikTok.
Oh, okay.
Because it was popular on TikTok.
Yeah.
So I thought they would understand it. Put the music in the background and let it go. And at the time, I was working out. And so I went to go get my fanny pack. And then I walked to the neighborhood, up to the park, and then I started working out. Bzz, bzz. Well, I have it in my fanny pack. Bzz, bzz.
This is your phone, right?
This is my phone. No, but yes, those are good questions.
Yes. We all
You're
wanna
tuning
know.
in.
Who was controlling the controller?
Exactly. No. You got to pay for that. And I finally look into my pouch. So I open it and my phone is going crazy. So I was like, hey, what's up? It's one of my friends calling me and she's like, are you not looking at their fucking phone? And I was like, what happened? She says, your video's blowing up. And I was like, oh shit. So I go back to TikTok and it showed, because there's like a second or two delay.
Yeah.
So it shows like 800 views. And I was like, bitch. I was like, oh my God, I'm popular. And then I look and it immediately refreshed to 10,000K. And I was like, ooh. Well, I happened to just refresh it. You know, you pull it down the screen. And it went to 50K and 100K.
Oh, shit, like that?
And 150.
Damn.
It just went do. Every maybe a few seconds, it just kept climbing. And I was like, oh shit. And then I thought, no, this can't be it. And this can't be it. This can't be the moment. And I was like, okay, so now I have a fucking responsibility. I love that the video's taking off, but it took off because it was a funeral. So what I'm going to do now is switch up and do another funeral and then do another one. So at a real familia's funeral, right? You have 3 days for the ones that have a little bit of money. Not us. We cremate y vete a la verga.
But first the plate sale and then...
Yeah.
That's a San Antonio thing, the play sale.
Yes.
That is.
Okay, we're broke, is it? And
we got to make sure it's true.
Exactly. So I said, okay, so I have a responsibility to the viewers to keep their attention and to keep it going. So I don't know how to do this. All I know is that I have to do something. So I stopped working out. I went straight back home. I worked on another video because I had told her in the first one, you know, who fucked you did your makeup, your sister did, right? Pues sabes que? I go back the next day and I start fixing her makeup. And again, I talk. So then the third one, we go to the Rosario. And I was like, shit, what do I do now? So I turned it into a novela in this episode of Josena Juan. And so it turned into like almost 30 episodes of it. And the numbers started not climbing anymore.
Yeah.
Because people were not interested. So I thought, fudge, okay, now I've got to switch it. And I did. And when I switched it to something comedy again, because it was serious and funny throughout the novela. And then I was like, no, let's keep it funny, lighthearted. And I did a Camila. And Camila just broke up with her boyfriend. And he comes back, hey, Camila, come here. And that video takes off. Another 4 million.
Yeah.
And he's like, come here. And it's a regular dude, straight man. You understand. Even Poca, come here. I fucked up after he cheated. And she's like, I don't want to hear it. I cooked, I cleaned, I stocked, I did. And it went on, right? And women understood it.
Yeah.
The list, you know? It's because I have a perspective from a woman because I grew up with women. So it was easy to be like, I cooked, I cleaned, I sucked. And women initially just climbed with me and went with me. Men were like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Why is there a dude dressed like a woman? You know? It's always like that with straight men. But I don't give two fucks. Because my women are my providers. But the men buy the ticket sometimes to the show. So thank you very much. But yeah, it took off, and I was like, I knew that that's the moment that my acting was gonna start being able to like be seen by people.
Did you quit your job right away? No. How long did it take before you quit your job?
About 2.5 years.
Oh,
2
really?
years. Took a moment.
Okay.
Maybe 3, if anything. No, I think it was like 3. Yeah, it was like 3.5. I'm sorry. And I finally said, okay, that's enough. I need to focus on this. I'm not in the millions yet, but it's not about content creating, because some people call it that because they want to diminish what you do, right?
Yeah.
Everything. Oh, you're going to do that. You're going to fuck up. It's not going to work out. I've heard it all. I've heard it growing up. You're a faggot. You're a joto. You're a maricon. I've heard the worst in life from adults as a child. So I knew that couldn't break me. If I had to, I would go DoorDash. I would do whatever, because I have the ability to showcase this. And I did. And I was like, oh, fuck yeah. And I've had ups and downs, and I'm sure I still will, but it allowed me to showcase to people what I can do.
Nice.
What I went to school for.
I think.
Oh, did you go to school for acting? Okay. That
In
makes
Dallas.
sense.
Katie Studio.
Nice.
I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah.
Acting school?
Theater
Yeah.
schools?
Yeah.
No. But in Dallas.
Oh, yeah. There's, I think that's one of the primary ones. I had to audition for it.
Oh wow.
Do you know who Chonai is? Mm-hmm. Okay, so Chonai also auditioned. She's way older than me. And so...
Shots fired.
Yeah.
It's all good.
She's centuries older. And so when we auditioned around the exact same time, it's funny, I got accepted and I auditioned for the same school.
Oh wow.
Except that Katie called first, and I was like, I'll go. She went to New York. And so we both went, and it's just really interesting because I love her. So I auditioned and went to it and went to theater school, and it was amazing.
Oh, nice.
That's a pretty good background. I mean, and that's a thing I like. People don't understand that the work that it's taking you to get there. It's not something you just rolled out of bed one day and like, here you go.
Yeah.
No, the content creating is fucking work, dude.
Yeah.
That shit, just to make a 5-minute video, a 2-minute video, it's fucking hours and hours of fucking creating that shit.
And this is coming from your editing perspective,
Yeah,
right?
it's ridiculous, dude.
And then on top, you have to add the acting and
Yeah,
so
yeah.
forth.
He did all the technical stuff.
Yeah,
I just come and talk
this guy's
shit.
like, hey, is the video done yet? We barely filmed it. And he's like, is it done yet? Is it done yet?
No.
I'm like, bro.
Don't make me
I'm like,
see
bro,
that.
relax, homie.
I'm not the one with the fucking chicote. I'm just like, hey, bro, how? But at the same time, I tell him the reason I'm asking is because people are asking me.
No,
Hey, where's
he does the nice one though. Hey, bro, what's up with that video? Is it?
Hey,
how's
bro,
it
your eyes
going?
are beautiful today.
They are. No, don't change the subject, Mato. I'll change the subject. No, I think it's from... I don't do it as well as technical as you do. This is really legit here. It's
Appreciate it.
beautiful.
Thank you.
This spot. Usually I'm used to like, and this is really nice. The lights, everything. It's very well lit.
You're blessing our funeral home right now.
Okay, it's gorgeous. And to be honest, it's something that a lot of people don't get. Mm-hmm. They're like, oh, you film it and you put it and there it's done.
Yeah.
When in reality, I used to do YouTube, so it takes a while.
It's a lot of work, and then honestly, just putting yourself out there like that, that's a lot. It takes a lot to put yourself out there.
Thank you. It comes with the good and the bad.
Yeah.
So
I think you have to be open to a lot of criticism, the
Oh,
good, the
yeah.
bad, the ugly. And I know that you've done a lot of ugly. And I think that's a good thing. As weird as that sounds, it kind of if we were to get ugly criticism, I'd enjoy it because it's like
Oh, we
we're
get
doing
it.
something wrong.
We get it and turn it into a fucking joke, dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think it's funny because, well, one, they're criticizing you, so they're taking time out of their stupid ass day to
To
criticize
watch
you.
it. To watch it.
And
To
to watch
fully
it.
watch it. Don't watch it all the
Oh,
way
yeah.
through.
Oh, they're the best followers, dude.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And we thank you for that. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. The straight men are cringing right now, but just give me this is what I always say. Just give me a second, mira. We're Latinos or people of color, right? And we have the same backgrounds, nonetheless. I'm just trying to connect with you. If you let me have a few videos and just see if I make you laugh. If I don't, then vete a la verga, ¿verdad? That's cool. You
That
do
means
whatever.
go and enjoy your day.
Go in peace, yes. And I think it's just give me a chance. If I don't make you laugh, bueno, go with George Lopez and whoever you're used to,
My
and let
favorite.
them make you laugh. Yeah.
Can't stand that vato. But anyway,
Quit
I'm glad
it,
you
bro.
brought that
Quit
guy.
it.
No, my favorite comedian is Josh J. Nieto. Shout out to Josh.
Oh,
local
yes,
from
yes,
here,
yes,
San Antonio.
yes.
Yeah,
So we
he's
saw
funny
him
as
last
shit.
week and he tore it up. And I know I haven't seen you on stand up yet. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And Mario Salazar is going to be on that event.
This one's only 10 minutes. This one's only for like a fundraiser for Chona's family.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's just a beautiful moment to connect with people, ¿verdad? Because it's only 10 minutes. So I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to do a full thing in 10 minutes and make you love me. Mira, you like me, you like me.
Yeah.
Hopefully you come to the longer ones.
How was that transition from doing skits to doing stand up?
It's not good.
No, I hear a lot of people that start out doing the skits and stuff like that get a lot of shit from the comedians, like trying to go and do stand up.
That's the not good part.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. I meant it was. Let me tell you something. It did come a little bit easier, only because Chona was the one. Okay, so somebody put her on stage, and they did that for me. Now she did that. She returned it and said, "I think you have something. I think you can come and do it at Laugh Out Loud, or North Park." And I said, no, I'm good at LOL. I'm sorry. And I was like, no, I'm good. Thank you. And she's like, for 6 months, hazlo, manito. And I was like, no, vete a la verga. And over and over, please just do it. Finally, I said, look, she says, this is why I said yes. Do it for 5 minutes. If you can do it for 5 minutes, then you can come over here and we can get off the stage. Introduce me. And I said, okay, cool. 5 minutes. She goes, at the most, you could do 15. And I said, oh, okay. Well, anyway, the day comes and I'm nervous. I'm a sweater. Las chiches, everything sweats. I know, lucky.
Don't be turning him on.
I
Don't
know.
be turning him on. He's getting excited right now.
I'm
sorry.
relating. That's why.
You under stress.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sweating right now. Shit, it's hot in here.
No, it's just you. And you should have came in cuerao.
I know.
And so anyway, so I get on stage and I'm going. And she had told me, like, look at that light because that's the one you're going to have to pay attention. And I was like, how pretty the light keeps flickering. I don't pay attention to it anymore. And I just keep going. Finally, somebody walks up the stage and says, get off.
Oh, they were blinking you to get off?
Get off. Yes.
Oh, shit.
They were, get off. They're like, please get off. It was a very tight set. So you had to get off.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, guys, that's my time. Thank you so much. Blah, blah, blah. Here, and I introduced Joanna and I get off. Afterwards, I was like, I'm so sorry. She goes, no. Did you have a good time? I said, yeah, I had a fucking blast. She says, I told you. Do you know how long you went up for? And I said, no, 16 minutes.
Oh, shit.
She said you couldn't even do 5. She said, if I left you, let's just say that in a magical world, I had just let you. We weren't in a tight schedule. You would have gone on for an hour. 30 minutes at least.
Yeah, you lost track of time when you were up
Correct.
there? Yeah.
Because I was like, pop, 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 pop. And the reason I was nervous is because the majority of the time I don't have a writer for anything, any skits, anything. There's no writer.
It's all you.
It's all me and I don't write anything.
Chat GPT or what?
No.
just
That just came along. No, I don't know how to do it. So I don't write anything down. I don't write jokes. I don't write anything. I do it with the blessing that God gave me, which was the talent and the know-all to like stand on my feet. Now, do I repeat some jokes? because I get to keep those that work. Then yeah. But I don't know how to write anything down, so I was really nervous that day. But it worked out fluidly and beautifully, and I was grateful for it.
Nice. Had you practiced your set before you went on and all that? No, you just
on top of the dome.
Just freeballed that shit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's some people are like in the background, hey, you got this, bro. And you could do this. I'm like, leave me alone.
Yeah.
I don't mean to be rude.
I'm the same way. I've never been a rah-rah, yeah, let's go get him and let's go. I hate that shit.
That's not what you were saying, bro, the other week when you were talking about your fucking jockstrap, dude.
Okay.
No. That was high school, bro. That was 30 years ago.
Oh, that's different.
Yes, exactly.
We had different bodies then.
Oh, most definitely.
Oh, yeah.
But what I'm saying is, like, sometimes people use that as motivation. Sometimes I rather, if I know I have something big with work, I like to isolate myself and just concentrate on that and have my spill. And then normally it turns into like fucking ad-lib everything. And I'm like, okay, fuck it, here we go.
Yeah, I think that's the juice. That's the best part. At least for me, that's how it works best. One day I'm sure I'll have writers and so forth, but for right now, it's just at the top of my head, everything.
You do a lot of crowd work? Mess with the crowd and all that?
Yeah, that's pretty much a lot of what I do. I try not to, like, because I want to tell a story, right?
Yeah.
So I actually go live on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram, and I'll tell stories. And if I think it's gonna be funny, I test it out.
Okay, that's actually a good way to test out your
right?
Your shit right there, huh?
Because they come back with that's fucking funny. Oh my god, I spilled my tea or coffee.
Yeah, that's a great way to try it out, dude. I never thought about that.
I think that's one of your greatest assets is your relatability to a lot of us.
Thank you.
And what one of my questions was, where do you come up with the characters? Is it family related? Is it someone you know or someone you heard about, you never met, or how does that come about?
So I think the deep answer to that is my grandmother and my mom and my sisters, and they're a big, huge part of it. So I grew up listening to them bash each other.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so it was like bop 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 bop. So as my younger brother, because it's only two of us. Yes, I'm a boy. And
why are you gay?
I know. Oh, that's another one. And my brother would be out there fixing cars or looking at somebody fix a car. Me inside, boop, 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 we're just watching.
Está muy caliente afuera.
It is. Aquí in Texas? No, thank you.
It's too fucking hot out here.
Exactly. And I think that's the deeper answer is my grandmother and my mom taught me everything I have. But I think what I, from the top of my head, is those characters are loosely based off my family. My grandmother is not that loose because she was mean, but she loved you.
Yeah.
And it was tough because she grew up as a drug dealer. That's how she cared for her family. And that's how she cared for us. We were in the system, not in the system, but what I mean is like we had food stamps and lived in the courts, so the projects. And so that was tough. How are we going to feed 6 kids and clothe them with no money coming in? Mm-hmm. So she did deal drugs. And watching that too was funny in itself. So some of these characters are based on them.
That's fucking hilarious.
Thank you.
Show where they're rolling tortillas and shit. They're fucking selling the sacks with the tortillas and shit.
I mean, she never let me be part of that in a sense, but I watched it.
Well, as kids, you're curious. You're like, what's going on over there?
Well, I never knew that I was watching it because I was going to need it later.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You needed the drugs or you needed the fucking skills to sell drugs?
Both. Everybody always thinks I'm on drugs. But no, I'm just fucking erratic. But yeah, it's something that I later on now I use, and I'm like, hey, I could use that as a character. I love how like one of my friends, the way he moves and he talks like this, and so now I can use that as a character as feedback. So sometimes they're loosely based off friends.
You ever get anybody that gets mad because they recognize that
it might be them.
That is them.
Honest, we don't
some
judge.
of them haven't pinned it together. Some of them, thank God, they didn't get a brain, but they got the looks, ¿verdad? So but most of them are women. So I'm not making fun of the women. I'm more using them as a tool because they help me through life. So I sometimes want them to see themselves and how stupid they look when they take them back. I'm like, no, mija, mira cómo te ves. And so they'll be like, that's from my life, right? I'm like, yeah, sorry, but I didn't use your name.
You're good.
Yeah, I didn't use your
We
name.
didn't mention Roger. Nothing.
Exactly.
But I mean, I think that's amazing. I love the fact that your relatability to everyone, and people can relate to that character or that saying, or it makes them feel nostalgic. I know growing up, I was made fun of, for cosmetic reasons, and I'd rather not talk about it. But
Okay.
as an adult, it made me realize, like, dude, we got roasted harder by our family.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah,
And
dude.
they never let it down. Like, you,
Oh, no, dude.
ahí viene el pedorro. Or,
Yeah.
y ahí viene el seesaw if he had polio.
Oh.
Like, bro, and then la manita or
El chueco and shit.
like that shit stay with you.
Yeah.
You could be married, have family and kids, but you got a pedorro now, and you're like, who the fuck is pedorro?
Exactly.
And I was like, oh, they're talking about my uncle Roger. He's on his why do they call him that? I'll tell you later. But,
Yeah.
You have all these characters, casting characters, and it relates so much to everybody on a wide spectrum, because obviously you're being shared not just in Texas, but all over the country, or all over the world, wherever they're seeing it. You know what I mean?
That's nice. Yeah, that's beautiful. It's really interesting to see it on because you look at the metrics of it all.
Yeah.
And you can see where people are listening and or watching.
Yeah.
And it's mind-boggling for me to see something where I'm like, why does it say China or Afghanistan?
Oh shit. Oh, Afghanistan, they're kind of freaky over there. They like
Yeah.
some freaky shit over there.
But I'm into the fact that people are just watching.
Yeah.
And they're relating even from people that don't, like, it's so weird. People that don't understand the language,
Yeah.
but understand the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, that's beautiful. It's a really nice thing. Thank you.
Now, I know we mentioned the transition from content creator, to viral sensation. Now the comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any levels past that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hollywood, bro.
Hollywood. I pray that somebody watching has the connection, right, to get to the audition.
Yeah.
Let me get to the audition. I can take it from there. But get me in the door. Get me through, because I think I'm really funny to change those words and make it my own. And so the goal has always been TV shows and movies. I grew up with watching I Love Lucy and reruns because I'm really young. And I watched her and how physical she is with her comedy.
Yeah.
And I loved it. And I remember just tuning in and, like, I said, if she moved to the right, she could do this. And that's just how my brain was doing.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, she's so good. I'm just as bad as her when it comes to memorizing lines, though. So I'm like, just let me work on it, and I'll try to memorize it, I promise. But I think I connected with her in so many ways. And I think to myself, I know I'm not a white man, so it's going to be harder for me. But I think to myself, if you don't open the door, then I've got to open it. Correct. And this is the way to do it. Just keep pushing those videos.
I think, I don't want to say I think, I know that you will surpass, the comedy stage, and hopefully, bright lights, and we could say that you're a friend of the show.
Thank you.
But not only being fans.
We're not there yet. But yes, thank you.
You're still a friend of the show.
I haven't even saved your number, remember?
I didn't get you coffee, I remember.
I gotta check on this
Ni
camera.
me preguntó el culero.
I know. But what I'm saying is, I think that more and more, you're starting to see a better representation of us. Even though it's still limited, we're starting to see we got an action hero now. We got different people in different parts.
Correct.
We're not getting the same guy from Fast and Furious to play Hector.
I think
to play the same character. You know
it's
what I mean?
true. But I think people are tired of it. We want to see each other, right? I want to see somebody speaking correct Spanish. I know I break away from it, but you see that all the time on these movies and shows, and they're like, ¿Qué hiciste? Tú, ven pa' acá. And I'm like, ay, Dios mío. What does it hurt to learn a couple of Spanish words?
Exactly. It's just like we're still getting written stereotype.
Correct.
Landman. The cartels, bro. I lived in the valley. I met quite a few, not by choice, but
Yeah.
that's not how they dress. That's not how they act. That's not how they walk. They're not out there in public. It's just fantastical. You know what I mean?
I think Hollywood's like that, right? Everything's dramatized, ¿verdad? It's overdone. But I think this is why it's our responsibility. And don't get me wrong, I think I fuck up too. Because there are some of my videos where they're like, hey, that's a stereotype. You're putting a girl saying she's a chola, she's blah, blah. Because to you, it's a stereotype. Because you're accustomed to just seeing us in that light. But you also didn't grow up with her. I grew up with her. My sisters had their hair.
All right, everybody. Sorry about that. We were having issues with the cameras. We had to make some adjustments real quick. So I apologize if the conversation kind of like veered off or something. But we're back at it. We're not going to lose this opportunity right here.
Yeah.
So we were talking about, some type of inspiration as far as shows that you would watch, and we brought up I Love Lucy, but I know that I brought up Carol Burnett.
Oh, I love Carol Burnett.
Who's Carol Burnett? I know the name, but I can't picture the face.
She was a female comedian.
What did she come out on?
She's come out in several movies. I can't list them, but she was no more. She had a variety show, and she would do comedy skits, and then she eventually, I think, transitioned to Mama's Place.
Yeah.
I know if I've seen her, I'd know who you're talking about.
If you see the reruns, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, I get that. But it's just like it's just something that when you grew up and you watch it and you just felt good, even though it was all white people. There was hardly any. I think the only time they had a Mexican was wasn't even Mexican. It was Freddie Prinze.
Oh,
It was like a cameo. He just stopped by, but that was as close as we got to being on the stage. But she had like this cast of characters, and they were all their job was to make everybody else laugh.
Okay.
But like to break character, and Tim Conway was my favorite.
So she's a physical comedy, and it's like Lucille Ball.
Okay.
And it's two amazing women just doing their work where it's just in the moment. Carol Burnett was able to it looked like she was able to do it in the moment, break away from it, and still go right back into it.
Oh, shit.
And Lucille Ball wasn't talking to during her shows. Like she wasn't showing her rawness and wasn't showing talking to the audience. She didn't break the fourth wall. She didn't do any of that. And Carol Burnett, and during those shows, because I saw, she was able to joke about it, mess up, and go right back into it. She was so good at what she did. But she also before would do a little bit of stand-up.
Oh yeah.
She'd talk to the audience, and then she'd get into the show, and
She'd ask questions.
and people would ask her questions. I don't know if they're approved questions, but nonetheless, they worked. And so she was great.
I'm fucking uplifted, right?
No, you're good. You're good.
Don't let it happen again.
It's part of the show. See, we keep it going. We keep
Let's
it
keep
going.
putting you on your toes.
We keep
And
it going.
we're back.
Where did we leave off? Oh yeah, that part.
No, but Carol Burnett's amazing. I love her. I think she's one of those that I adore. People always ask you, who's your favorite? I'm like, vete a la verga, I don't fucking have a favorite. But I do love people and appreciate them. Cher, because she did stand up as well. And
Really? Cher did stand up?
Well, she did where she also did Carol Burnett, where in her show she was able to talk to the audience, and
Okay.
So she's quick on her feet.
She incorporated comedy into her shows. And
Yes, and her beauty, of course, because that's what she's known for.
she was hot. Even now that she's old, she's pretty hot for being fucking old.
Está bueno.
It's that fucking vampire blood she's drinking.
I can't wait to get some.
Well, isn't her partner 30 years younger than her?
So I think it's a little bit more, but yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty young.
Oh, she's old as shit, but Cher could get it.
Same as Madonna.
Cher could get it. Madonna
Yes.
looks funky as fuck right now.
If
though.
men can do it, they could do it.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that. There's no hating in this. We congratulate, we participate,
We don't judge.
we don't
Exactly.
judge. We listen, we don't judge.
Right?
Yes.
But I mean, is there any other inspirations? Any Latinas?
I think there's always Latinas I grew up with. I don't. But the one you were talking about, Cristela Alonso.
Cristela?
I'm sorry. Cristela Alonso. I'm so bad with names. Sorry, Cristela. She's really funny to me. She is the epitome of somebody who looks familiar but is also doing a fantastic job. I know other comedians that I think are exceptionally funny, and I'm actually doing my second time ever doing a comedy show on my own in Los Angeles, June 21st at the Upstairs. I have Nana Rodriguez and I have Glorice Mora, sorry. And she is doing this shit. She is funny. I think she's Dominican, but she is moving in her phase of her life where it's just getting bigger and
builds
bigger.
momentum.
Correct. And so for her, like a feature for me that's an honor. So is Nana. So is this other comedian. I'm bringing him along. His name's Augie Spears, and he told me I really want to do this, and I said okay. So he said, come watch me do 5 minutes. I said, cool. I think it was 10 at the most. And I said, okay. And I watched everything. And the next day I was like, hey, do you want to go talk about it? Like, let's sit down. And hopefully he doesn't get upset. But I thought it sucked.
Oh, shit.
Everything sucked. His presence on stage, it's back to the people, the joking. Nothing worked. Mm-hmm. But he's my opening act in Los Angeles. And I told him, it's okay. That's the moment to fuck up because nobody will remember it.
Yeah.
It's these bigger stages that's important because other people are watching. And so I said, why don't we do this? Let's work together. Let's sit down. Let's work on jokes. I don't know how to do that with I don't know how to do it with myself.
Yeah.
Let alone somebody else. So I was like, hey, tell me a story. And we broke down the story and I was like, there's a joke. That's funny. Let's do it like this. And we've been working on it. That it's so impressive now that I'm like, fuck.
You're like, I did this.
Yeah, no, he did that.
No, but you get to see somebody
That's
grow
my
right in front of you.
protege.
The protege,
Exactly.
yeah.
Well, what Chona did for me, I want to do onto him.
Yeah.
Is give him the opportunity to showcase how funny he really is. Because he's just a nervous wreck. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, no, dude, you got to drop that. Like, yes, it's going to be nerve-wracking, but you can't go up there on stage and be scared.
Yeah.
In that sense where it debilitates your ability to be funny. So we've been working, but it's really funny, and I think he's ready.
That's badass. Have you ever bombed on stage?
All the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Todo pinche tiempo. I don't know how many times I've made I don't know how many mistakes, but I learned along the way is that it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You got to be quick to fix it though.
Uh-huh.
So one time, Chona, it was her show, LOL. It was the 5th show. Ya estamos listos. We're ready to go. And it was like AJ Rivas, Samantha Nakara, and then I don't remember his name. I'm so sorry. Forgive me. And he was the last one to go before Chona went up. And who do I call? Him first. And he goes on stage and he's confused.
Uh-huh.
So he goes on stage like a pro, knocks it out of, like starts knocking it out of the park. And Chona's like, get him off. And so I go up there and I was like, hey, I said, so sorry. I said, I'm so sorry. I fucked up. I fucked up. He doesn't come up until like 2 more shows, like in about 20 minutes. I said, so do me a favor. Can you please step out? I said, because I love to see a man walk. And people laughed.
Yeah.
And then I said, because I got to let the mediocre comedians come up. I said, so to the stage, AJ Rivas.
Oh, that's fucked up.
It is.
That's fucked up.
But it worked.
Uh-huh.
And no, trust me. They got there in with me real good as soon as they got the stage.
Uh-huh.
They were like, he said something like, give it up for, he's a black comedian. He has like shows. He has he's a really well-known comedian. And he also made a mistake on stage and called the wrong queen up. That the winner. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey. Oh. And so as soon as AJ hit that stage, he said, give it up for Steve Harvey. And boof, it went off. That's perfection at its best, ¿verdad? That's how you fix it. Mm-hmm. So I don't really care if people talk about me. I think it's funny. I think it's on stage. It's all fair game.
Yeah.
¿Verdad? So it was really good. That was a good one. But yeah, I make mistakes all the time.
But I think that gets you ready, like for anything. Because if you're quick on your feet, because if you sit there and stutter and and it just builds and builds. But if you're just that quick, like we had the discussion right now, where I went up and the black guy, I forgot his name. There was a club called Jokesters.
Okay.
So the first thing that came up to my mind was like, "Hey, thank you, Black Panther.
Yeah.
Give it up for Wakanda Forever." And everybody laughed.
Yeah.
And he turned around. He's like, I'll let you slide because it's your first time. But then after that, he's like, "Hey," he goes, "You're back for more?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "You got it." He goes, "Good."
Yeah.
So he could have gotten pissed at man, get out. But he's like, "I'll let you go on, and hopefully you bomb." But I didn't. So he was like, "Okay, get
He was over there waiting for you to bomb, dude.
Oh yeah, he was praying. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna
I'm
get
sure.
this dude."
Hey, have you ever seen anybody bomb where they don't finish their set? It's so bad they like walk off the stage.
I've seen some where they're dying up there, and it's really brutal.
Painful.
It is silent. It's to the point where the person was like,
Oh, that's fucked up.
because to himself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And I was like, and then he picked it up. Something in his head was like,
Yeah.
fuck, I gotta fix it. So he picks it up. But I've seen quite a few. I'm sure no, I haven't. But no, I'm just kidding. I have. I've been a couple of moments where I'm like, because there's hecklers. Hecklers are tough.
Uh-huh.
And I had one in McAllen who there was two women, grown ass women, and they would not stop.
They're probably big old tortas too.
No.
No?
Skinny.
so
Why do they
don't-
gotta be fat?
don't
Míralo, no
say-
que no, you don't judge. Pinche cabrón culero. We love big women.
Yeah, bro.
Esos cocinan.
More cushion for the push.
Exactly. Oh, now you want to switch. What a dude, ¿verdad?
I'm quiet on this one.
You better be. And but they just kept going on and on and on. And I was like, son of a gun, they won't stop. Finally, I was like, can you just shut the fuck up? And they were like, oh, we're just having fun. Go have fun somewhere else. We need everybody else pay for this ticket. They want to hear me, not you. Ooh. And they're like, well, I don't want to hear a god thing. Cántate el hocico. Okay. And they shut up for the rest of mine.
Uh-huh. They started in again?
Started right back when Chona hit that stage. I was like, dude. I was like, sorry, I tried. She's like, it happens. Mm-hmm. And she's a pro. She's got that. She don't need my help. But it was tough. That one was tough.
When you run into crowds, it's unexpected. So, prepare. Because if you don't prepare, you're already failing. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah. Most people, I think it's because, especially Latinos, you know how we are. It can be a little cheap, vato. And so we want to drink at the bar, we're not paying prices. Mm-hmm. Even though you bought the ticket and it says you have to buy 2 drinks. So you still have to buy them.
Either way.
Yeah. But one time, it was in Covina, California, just recently, actually. And we were having a blast. And I think it was like 2 or 3 men and 2 women. And they were just standing there with their long, like, I don't know what it was, Bud Light or whatever it is, the beer. And it was big hands. And they're going on and they're going hard. And the girl, for everything I said,
What the fuck? Like a fucking seal or what?
So, say, mija, ¿qué está pasando? I was like, what is going on with you? ¿Qué te duele? Is he poking you? And because I was all, like, oh. I was like, sir, put your fingers up here. Let me see them. I was like, keep them up there. And so I went on. And so it worked. It was a beautiful moment.
Yeah.
So it was beautiful, but finally I had to tell her to go ahead and sequel.
Yeah, please.
Shut up already. And they did.
Sometimes, when you command the stage, they'll listen.
You got to roast the hecklers. You got to roast the shit out of them.
Not all the time, pero yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You do.
That's why I think I'd have a blast if I did that shit.
Yeah.
But I think I might go a little too hard. So I kind of...
We gotta test you out, bro, and get you up on the stage and check it out, dude.
We'll think about it.
We gotta do it. I'm gonna find an open mic for you, bro.
Yeah. No, I think you'll do well. Hecklers, they should know if they're gonna heckle that it's all fair game, verdad?
Yeah, you're putting the spotlight on yourself.
Correct.
You know what I mean? You're fucking opening that door.
You sat in the front.
Yeah.
And you heckled? No. You're asking for
it.
it.
They wanted it. They wanted that
Correct.
shit.
See, I'd be like Bob from La Bamba. You asked for it, Rosie.
Oh.
You're gonna get all of it.
Yeah, that's an old reference.
So,
Otra vez con mis pinches references.
Hey,
do you
Mexicano
watch
no La
current
Bamba.
TV?
Yeah. I don't even have a TV.
Oh, ooh. Do you
I'm
stream
joking,
anything?
I'm joking. No, I do, but I'm saying like I can relate to that, and I know people that'll hear it. They'll be like, "Oh, fuck, he's talking about La Bamba."
Uh-huh.
I mean, you're Mexican. If you don't know about that reference,
No,
then
we do. It's just
There's a
real
huge
old.
difference.
Hey, the new generation don't know about that shit, bro.
They don't. They don't
Nah.
even know about blood in, blood
No,
out.
dude, we got girls in here and then they're in their 20s, like late 20s. Them and their boyfriends, dude, they never watched Blood In, Blood Out, dude.
Oh, my grandma would replay that.
Bro, we used to be able to recite the whole fucking thing, bro. We'd fucking watch it over and over and recite the whole fucking thing, dude.
I didn't know it by memory with my grandma. Ponme blood in, blood out. And I said, Grandma, it has mañas. She's like, tú cállate los hocico, vete para afuera.
cierra los ojos.
All the time. Cierra los ojos.
Hey, grandma was
like
trying to
that?
get game, bro. She was trying to up her dope game right
Nah,
there,
I
bro.
think she liked the prison scene.
I think she like it,
Me too.
She's all sorry, no tortillas.
I was like, how do I get to prison?
Abuela, help me, abuela.
Well, at the time, I didn't know. Like, I was like, ooh, I should go to prison. Thought it was like school or something.
Fuck, to this day, me and this guy still recite that shit.
Every day it's like a daily blood in, blood out reference for no matter
Hell
what.
yeah.
That's amazing.
But I mean, it's not really old all the time. It's old if you think it's old.
No, you're old. And if it's coming out of your mouth, you're old. And it's old.
It's old, it's old.
And I was the one that was more excited to bring them on.
I know you're getting.
It's
Hey,
like
bro,
you're a heckler.
You're heckling, bro.
Careful what you ask for.
It's exactly.
Right?
Aquí estoy.
I feel like Annabelle. So tell us, okay, so we talked about different characters. You did Ash Trevino. Shout out to
Yeah.
my favorite.
He's got a crush on her, bro. You have to watch it
you have
past
to watch
You
it to
do?
see it. No.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
he
like
does.
you
You
look
have
like
to
you
watch
do.
it. Oh,
Now,
hell
when,
no.
when she was here in San
I'm
Antonio,
old, you don't
bro,
like old people.
he was trying to stalk her, bro. I heard she's at the North Star Mall. And he was going over there.
I went to
Fuck.
Market Square looking for that bitch with the corn in the cup, but I couldn't find her.
No, let me tell you something. I think she'll go for any age. She doesn't look like she loves herself enough to like give herself boundaries or whatever. As long as a man pays attention to her, I think she's fine.
I always feel like
you
taking
give her a
Mucinex.
talk can, bro. You give her a talk can and you're good, bro. You're fucking in.
I feel like taking Mucinex every time I see her.
Why?
Because she looks like the green booger.
Ew. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
But aside from that character, you do Annabelle.
Yeah.
That was the newest installment. So how did that come about?
So they had just brought her to San Antonio from Louisiana. And I keep thinking that I don't need to sometimes push the limits too much in the sense of every new character every 5 seconds. Because I did that the first couple of years and it overwhelmed me. And then I saw the opportunity and I was like, wait, I could make this funny. Let me put her hair. Yes, it's gonna look like Wendy from Wendy's,
Yeah, from
you know,
Wendy's.
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if I just focus on making it creepy but funny, and so I did. And as a matter of fact, her dress just got here yesterday. So today's video is with her dress.
Oh, so
nice.
you got a new dress for
Correct.
her?
Yeah,
All right.
well, Annabelle's dress. And so I was like, how do I put this? And so the whole backstory to her is that she heard of him, the psychiatrist, and she heard of him and she heard good things about him. So she has a crush on him. And the whole underlying message is that she wants to be with him. He doesn't understand what's going on. Like he gets it, but it's very professional for him. Ish. Because we get to hear his thoughts too. You know? And so when he's like, oh, you could have whatever you want for free, just not my soul. And then he goes into his thing. It's those little things that I'm like, it's them fighting.
The give and take.
Correct. And so today is going to be a part where she's dressed up as her dress is because she's going to her own wedding.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I like that twist.
Do you do content every day?
I try to do as much as I can.
So like something like that, when you have that whole idea, do you write it down like what they're gonna say and everything? So when you're doing the part, like you're doing two different characters, do you do one character's role the whole time and then you switch over to the other one?
Correct.
Okay, so that's
No, that would be, I'm panzón. I can't switch like that.
But without writing it down, how do you like?
It's in the
keep the
head.
sequence.
So, okay, so this is how I do it. When I'm getting dressed for either one of the characters, even grandma, I'm already saying the lines.
Okay.
Hija, ven. No, ayúdame, mija, me duelen los pies. So I'm already, as I'm putting on the outfit.
Yeah.
No, ven pa acá, hija. Ay.
Sounds just like my grandma, bro.
Yeah, it's so.
Fucking exactly, dude.
Exactly. And so that's what I'm doing while I'm putting on the outfit.
Yeah.
And Annabelle takes a little bit longer because of the face. So because she's only really, really, really new, I'm not really working that out. But I have to do extra stuff. Like, for example, no. Yeah. I could see that. And it's those little bits because I need to add those in case the therapist says, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When she does it. So I do have to add certain things that seem like if you're watching it, doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
What the?
Until I piece them together.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you have it in your head exactly where you're gonna fucking the layout, the sequence of everything, what you're gonna say.
For like the most part.
Uh-huh.
There's been many times where I think I'm about to do something and it just completely goes somewhere else. And it's because the fluidity of the conversation isn't working.
Yeah.
And so when I'm doing the act, because it's acting, right? I want to do something that showcases reality. So if she's doing the dishes, she's actually rubbing and cleaning and doing something. So, hija, ven pa acá. Apenas llegaste de la casa y vas a estar chingando. But she's putting the stuff away because in reality, we're doing more than one thing, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's clicking a TV, whether it's putting on shoes, you're doing something that shows, oh, okay, I do that too. You know? So in those moments, sometimes the conversation switches.
Okay.
Which is gold for me.
Yeah. I mean, it probably takes off to a whole other thing that ends up being better than what you originally thought, right?
Yeah, the Annabelle one.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The Annabelle was the one that was like, oh,
That
shit.
one has us in the office speaking. That one has us in tears.
Thank you.
You know, and I was like, God damn. I know, like you said, the editing and getting ready. And we talked about it, how I was like, man, it's got to be hard to play two different characters and to sync it and work it and get it down. And like, man, you know what? I didn't like it. Let's do it again. Or whatever, however the whole process is. And it's just amazing some of the stuff that you come up with and how you come up with it.
It's a lot of work, dude. We tip our hats to you on the work because we do little skits, but nothing like crazy. And fuck it, we have a hard time just doing the little ones we do, dude. It's not even on the scale of what you're doing, dude, at all.
But just to say, and I can't say enough how impressed and thankful that he's my partner. But some of the stuff that he's done, I've had friends and family tell me, hey, I didn't know y'all went to Market Square. And I'm like, we did it. We filmed it here. He did all the graphics and background.
You added green screen?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I just
Like
cut us out.
the paper mache things. Like,
Yeah.
It seemed like we were in Market Square. Like, no, dude.
I just found a picture of Market Square, put it in the background, and then cut us out.
I know exactly what
it
you're
wasn't
talking
too hard. I don't know how they confused it.
I like how he said it's not too hard.
Yeah,
That's the same thing that I say. And people are like, no, it's hard.
Yeah. So I was like, it's just different things and the magic that he pulls up and even the stuff that he adds to the actual podcast. Because we record, we don't go live because he does all the editing and everything. And then he adds stuff while we're talking. It's magic. He's like, man, I don't know. I think he's his biggest critic and I'm his biggest fan.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
and that's
sure
beautiful. That's beautiful. But it works, right? Like in those situations, it works. You understand that there's a lot of work. Well, I think he understands that uploading to YouTube y todos those hour-long videos take hours.
Oh, it takes forever.
Yeah, it doesn't take like 5 minutes. You're talking about that's a full day's work.
Every camera that we have, taking the SD card, uploading, that's an hour or something. Every card and then splicing it.
Splicing it together.
It's a lot of work.
I know when he stresses because he'll reach out to me first. What's up, perrito? And I'm like,
No, you know what? I get stressed out. Like right now, we just had that camera issue.
Yeah.
So this is our third time that it's happened to us, and that's where it gets hard trying to splice everything together and try to make everything work. When you have the
flow.
issues, yeah, to flow, yeah. So
I think it's because since I do this all the time, right? I'm just working with my phone, so this is impressive. Is that I get it?
Yeah.
I'm like, it's okay, just.
no,
fix it.
that was awesome that you just rolled with it. You know what I mean?
No, because I've been there. I know how frustrating it is to not get the scene. So I just did one at the candy company aquí, ¿cómo se llama este? Alamo Candy. And
that's just right down the way, right here. Right?
correct.
Yeah.
And it's there. I was like, fuck, what if I missed it? Well, the first video I did, I actually didn't hit one of those reactions.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, son of a bitch. So I was giving myself a hard time. And I was like, well, I'm just going to have to go back and do it.
Yeah.
And I had to go back and redo it because it's just, and you're not, the scene is completely different.
Yeah, it's all different.
Correct.
Yeah.
But you learn tricks like zooming in and only show this part.
Yeah.
So then it's naturally, it looks like it is. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no,
I
I
don't know how many
exactly
times.
what you have to learn how to fucking adjust everything.
Correct.
It's a pain in the ass, so.
It is a pain in the ass.
It comes a lot more work.
And not only that, but you did 3 characters on that shot. And that was like, I was like, what does he do?
That's the part I'm impressed with, the characters. Dude.
That's
That's
what we're
hard,
talking
bro.
like, dude, that's not 1, not 2, but 3 different characters in 3 different spots. The wet on the cashier, the Theo sweeping the walls, and then the niece on the candy aisle.
So that's something that I think is naturally that I think I'm going to eventually like to do is direct. Ya cuando estoy viejo. So I have a long way to go.
Not too long.
No, I have a long way to go. And
The shots fired.
I know.
He's shooting back. He's shooting back.
didn't even hear it. But I know that eventually I would like to do directing, and I've got to learn those things.
Yeah.
Is the placement and the thing of, I know that if I'm standing here, the abuela can't move too much because I don't know technical stuff, how to do green screen where you're both in the same scene.
Yeah.
I would love to learn
I don't know how to
that.
do the green screen either. I haven't really liked the green screen. I've seen it, and I don't like the way it looks. It looks too fake sometimes. You
No,
know
not the green, but it. So it's
Like, is it
it's
mirroring?
what you did,
Yeah.
and it's almost like mirroring,
Oh, okay,
where
yeah.
you're just moving the thing to one part.
Yeah.
I would love for all of us to be in the same living room, and we have been. I just have to place my body in one part, and that's it.
Yeah.
I know I can't cross a certain way because then it's in front of Pelon or grandma.
Oh, okay. I get what you're
Does that
saying.
make sense?
Yeah. I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah.
So when I'm doing the grandma or the granddaughter or Pelon now, I have to place them separate parts, and I have to make sure that as while I'm acting, it's no, hijo, no, and I have to look that way
Yeah.
because that's one thing I had to do with the grandma is that I knew just recently I did one and I was like, yes, hija, no pelon, and I didn't move my face far enough or my eyes far enough that I placed them together.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
And I was like, damn it, I can't do that.
And it's things that you probably notice that you most other people wouldn't even notice, but you know. So it fucks with you.
No, believe it or not, I went to the bar one time and a guy is like, hey, I love that you're representing San Antonio and that you're representing us Latinos. It went on and on and on. It was really beautiful. And he said something. He said, hey, your editing's getting better.
Oh, really? Oh, he's fucking dissecting your shit.
He said, he said, now it feels like an actual conversation.
Oh, okay.
Because before I was like, hey, mija, ven pa' acá.
And
What, grandma? Ven pa' acá. And so it just didn't make
Yeah, it
sense,
didn't
right?
flow all the way.
In real life,
Yeah.
it was just like boom, 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 boom.
it's scripted, too scripted.
No, it was tight.
The pauses
It wasn't
and
tight.
stuff, and it didn't
Exactly.
yeah.
There's too many pauses. And I started, because what he said, I started paying attention more and more of, I've got to cut it really tighter.
Made you step up your game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, I took it as I didn't even get offended. I just thought, okay, I've got to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
I've got to keep working on it even better. So now I know that the conversation's got to be boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
There's a movie I know you'll get because it's old, and it's
Was there black and white or the color?
Hey, bro, I'm
In the
liking
silent-
you a lot, bro. Thank you, bro.
it's in the silent era, and
Fucking Charlie Chaplin.
no. It's weird science. Do you remember the part inside the? No, yes, you do.
You don't remember where?
Yeah,
that
he was
movie
there.
a shit,
He
bro.
was like a teenager already.
We thought,
Probably in his 20s.
stop it. I was buying beer for the seniors.
Do you remember the part where the two guys were like, inside the shower? That's the conversation, how it's got to go boom, 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 boom. So I always think of that when I'm doing a conversation.
Yeah.
It's got to go quick and natural. So,
That makes a lot of sense.
thank you.
Thank you for the reference.
No, I figured I'd stay in tune with the older crowd.
Hey, you actually got me thinking when you were talking about directing and stuff, and you're around all these comedians and stuff here in town and all that, like La Chona and all them. And you're talking about doing a sitcom or something that you want to do. Have you ever thought of like all you guys getting together and like doing like a series maybe on YouTube or something like that to get it going?
I would. get really scared working with other people with egos.
Oh, okay.
Because and I don't mean to be very disrespectful. I love San Antonio. This is my tierra. But San Antonio doesn't know how to work together. And with these content creators, they don't know how to work together.
Amen.
I think that's most Hispanics, Latinos, everybody, Chicanos, I think.
No, in LA, you work together. And there's Chicanos over there.
They work together, but it ends up turning into drama from what I've seen.
No,
with
it's
the
us.
podcasters and
No,
stuff like that.
we're bringing the drama.
Oh, okay, so it's San
bad.
Antonio taking the drama.
Yeah,
with us. Okay.
Look at us with all the ones we were talking about earlier. But there's some that have million followers, and because the ego starts driving them up, they forget that it's your. Let's say I bring onto their videos, it's also bringing a different crowd to him.
Yeah.
And vice versa. Mm-hmm. And they're not seeing it as an opportunity. They're seeing it as how much can I get from you?
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, but there's some that they call themselves the king of San Antonio, and they don't know how to work with other people.
Shots fired.
Yeah, they don't. And that tells me that you're not a professional and you're not ready, and you'll never be ready. So
shit.
It's the people that are willing to work with each other and put their egos aside that are ready.
Well, if everybody works together, you grow, you get bigger. You know what I mean? You fucking create a bigger pool, bigger pond for everybody. That's how we see it.
I've always thought that if you work together, it works out for both sides. It's not just what about me? It's not an entitlement.
What's connections and relationships?
And that's what I told him. I'm like,
networking.
That's the main word, networking, because you never know. One day me, one day you.
Correct.
And it's like, hey, you know what? We work with them. Or, hey, those guys were pretty cool. You should go on there.
You know what's funny is that Chona just had today. She sent me a message. Hey, Manito, you think you can do this? And it's not a paid gig. It's only for her family. And I was like, yep. Mm-hmm.
That's badass.
Yeah. It's on my birthday, but I was like, I don't care. Mm-hmm. Let's do it.
Just have me a plate of food and we're good.
Yeah. And that's, no, but really, you should better. But I will do for others as long as you're willing to give and take, ¿verdad?
Hell yeah.
Because there's going to be a day I'm going to need her.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I wish that bitch would tell me no.
Because you'll come back on here.
¿Sabes qué, culera?
So what you're saying is that when it's my son's birthday, you'll be there?
No, we're not there yet.
Okay.
No, we're not there yet. I don't know, people, they'll come up to me and they're like, hey, do you mind doing a kid's party? And I said, I love it. No, I'm not doing it. No soy clown. Yes, sometimes I look like one, but no soy clown.
Sometimes.
No. And they're like, are you sure? I'm all, yeah, I'm real sure. You don't have enough money.
But you know what? But that's a good way to price yourself because...
I do.
I used to... Good. Because I used to do Santa Claus. And I'll tell you, in the Valley, and people were like, dude, that's a lot of money. I'm like, Santa Claus comes once a year. Barney's every year. Santa Claus once. And, dude, they would pay $150 to sit down for 10 minutes.
Oh, that's nice.
You say the kids' names, hand out gifts, that the other get a little handsy with you every once in a while. But...
The adults?
Who gets handsy with you, bro?
I was out the adults, right?
I was going in a bad place.
No.
So let's get I'm gonna go.
Like, hey, bro, I want you to get me into right here,
the whole memory.
What the fuck?
No. I said the tias.
I'm not going to be allowed to go back to fucking California with that one.
Part.
Hold on, the tias.
Okay, the tias.
Can I sit on your lap, Stan?
That's what I told my friend that I'm teaching him. I was get out the funny part. The tia we didn't hear, so we were like,
right?
But that's what I'm saying. Don't ever underprice yourself because you can't come back from that.
So, as a matter of fact, the Paula, I get requests, and because now there's 3 characters.
Yeah.
So no, I don't, because I price them I price them so much that I think people are gonna tell me no. So then it gives me the opportunity to not have to do it, ¿verdad?
Yeah.
Because then I get to focus on just my work. But I've been getting, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
You're like, fuck yeah.
Oh, fuck. But it's perfect because then the price just keeps going.
Yeah.
And I always tell them this. Today the number seems high, but when the numbers get higher in all my platforms, because of everything's moving up, thank you, Jesus. And as those numbers go up, so will my fee.
Yeah.
So it's with anything, I always tell them, I love it. Thank you so much, but this is my price, and I'm not budging.
Yeah.
I've had people come up to me, and they've tried their best. You know, Latinos are, I love you, pero a veces you want to haggle.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nope.
So people ask you to go to their events some and certain characters.
If they do, it comes with a price.
Okay,
¿verdad?
okay.
Unless it's for something,
Yeah.
for a child that's in a hospital. And
Okay.
then I don't put my
Yeah.
pride in the way.
That's good.
Acceptance to the rule.
There's exceptions to everything, and of course, if a day comes where they think that yes. But right now, if it's just because you don't want to pay, because I'm not a certain,
Yeah.
then you don't think I'm worthy, then shouldn't be there anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, that's very respectable. And I mean, I've always told people that don't ever undersell yourself, because you're never going to get to where you want to be. And then people know to go there. Oh, that guy's cheap. You don't charge anything. And you're like, that's the worst thing you want.
That's the worst thing to hear about yourself.
Yes.
The worst. That's what I told one of my friends. I said, because one of them asked me how much I charge, and I told him, I said, but that's only for your ears only, ¿verdad? I said, but people will disrespect you in so many ways.
Yeah.
And money, they shouldn't. Because if they value you, or if you don't value yourself enough, they'll know that you don't care enough about you.
Yeah.
And I did a lot of work where I love me. And I love that where I am in life, but I know that it comes with the no thank you too. So
Dignity.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah.
And respect. I just said no to a big project because I have to stand my ground too.
Oh, for sure. Because if they find, he's for sale for anything,
Oh yeah.
get him. We'll tell them this and that, and then that's when they have you. And
yeah.
To get back out of there is like, good luck.
But if I can't say no to this, there's going to be a bigger project I won't be able to say no to.
Yeah,
as
that's
well.
true.
That's what I always think. So I always think that God sends you messages in certain ways, even if it's a heartache or heartbreak. He sends it because you need to know to be prepared for the bigger thing. Yeah. And when these things happen, I'm like, okay, I learned to say no a long time ago. Now I can start saying it in my business. And I do all the time.
That's one of the most powerful things that a lot of people say is the word no. Learn how to say no is powerful. One of the biggest things you need to learn, especially in business, being able to say no.
Oh, yeah. And people around me tell me, like, you're really rude because you don't. Why? Because I'm not telling you yes?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you should. No. I value my work. I said, you just walked into it. You think it's fun and games.
Yeah.
No, there's a lot of work. So absolutely not, because that's my time.
Yeah, they think
my time's money.
I think you're there just throwing the camera and like, hey, doing this shit, and then that's it. No, it's fucking work.
Right? We were talking about it behind the scenes.
Work.
It's a lot of work.
Fuck yeah.
Something happens, you got to be ready to fix it.
Yeah.
Because you got to problem solve, ¿verdad?
No, and you could have spent hours and hours doing this one thing, and it didn't work. You know what I mean? And it just didn't take. So you have to figure out something else. It's just coming with the fucking ideas is work, bro.
Yeah. One time TikTok, I recorded inside of TikTok, and the video was beautiful. Ooh, chef's kiss. Whew. It deleted it.
Oh shit.
You have to like press back, and then it asks you, "Do you sure you want to discard this?" And you have to press discard.
Yeah.
No, it just deleted it.
No way.
And I was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "Okay, hold on. I could do it all over again."
Yeah.
Like, what am I stressing about? It's a stupid thing to stress.
Yeah.
And so I did it again. And actually, it worked better than I did it.
Oh, so it worked out for you then?
Yeah, it worked. I was like, oh shit, because I was mad. I actually forced myself to say a few more things I wanted to say. So it does work.
Oh yeah. You do all the filming yourself, or do you have somebody that helps you record and stuff?
No, for the most part, 90 to 95% of the time, it's myself. But my friends do help here and there, and I'm grateful for them. But yeah.
Cool. That's interesting to have friends like that, because a lot of people don't understand like how important it is to have that type of friendship. You know, like, bitch, come on, and you make it fun, and you're like,
Yes.
dude, anytime I'm there, I'll do it. I don't care. Yeah. You know, and you gotta have that type of organic friendship, because a lot of times people it gets lonely, man. Like, and you know, people are like, oh, he got to his head or this and that. Like, no, it's not that. It's just you have to understand. When you're a creative person, it's just another playing field.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and then to try to not come down, but try to explain it to someone that doesn't create, it takes a while for them to get it. And then when they understand it, they respect you more.
Oh,
and
yeah.
They're along for the ride like this. Go,
How funny. I just filmed at Alamo Candy Company. Shout out. Pay me a check. And
Invoice.
invoice.
We got this thing invoiced.
Invoice. And what he thought was going to be 10, 20 minutes, which it normally does, right?
Yeah.
To, like, if I really just changed really quick, it took an hour and a half. And he was like, this takes long. And I said, yeah, welcome to my life.
Fucking work.
And
dude.
that's just one video.
Yeah.
3 characters, 1 video. You got to splice. I said, so yeah, that's a lot of work, right? And he says, yes, I get it now. I said, it's funny how
Is it
long.
Rick?
Who?
Rick from Alamo Candy?
No. Rick doesn't get any of that part. He doesn't get any of the online stuff.
Okay.
I love that he never gets in the way of my video. He'll ask me like, do this, and he'll give me ideas a veces, and I'm like, oh, thank you. But I already came in with one.
Love the idea.
Yeah. Well, I always tell people, look, you trust me to do what I naturally do, and
So
if
let
you
me
like the
fucking do
videos, then trust me to do this.
Yeah.
If it's a professional one and you're paying me really good money, me callo el hocico.
Yeah.
But if it's not, then trust me to do it. But no, it was like one of my friends he was just like, Jose, this is so hard. And he did mess up because he actually covered the mic. And I was like, no. But I still put it up because I didn't have anything else.
Yeah. Sometimes you just got to run with the imperfections, man.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes that's just the way it is.
Correct.
He made it work when we had technical difficulties. He was stressing and just being like, man, I don't know. And I'm like, do your magic. Whatever comes out, that's what's going to come out. And
Correct.
I mean, people are going to listen to it. And people loved it. Like he had done graphics.
Speaking of another fuck up, there goes another one on my
What
part
is
right
that?
there. It's my phone.
You don't have it on silent.
Fucking up left.
That's like number 1. No, we're not going to let this one go. You fucked up. Wow. I was like, what's that beautiful whistle? But it sounded creepy, ¿verdad? What is it?
It's Annabelle.
No. It's
Hey, she's still missing. You know that, right?
no, she's not.
Where's she at? They
She's
said
still no. They put her back in a.
They returned her?
Yeah,
They found her.
she's at the Warrens. Nah, the people are
Warren
like,
Museum?
it's a hoax.
You know, I was gonna go see that. I actually wanted to buy tickets to go to that thing before. I didn't know it was gonna be that big, dude. I thought it was just gonna be like a little bullshit. But that day when it happened, there was tons of fucking people out there.
$100
It was
to get
crazy.
in.
I know
What?
that's why I didn't go.
Muñeca?
Me too. Hey, I like
I'll
the
pay
fantasy
$100 to
stuff.
you.
Yeah, you better.
It was like a whole festival, right? They had like fucking all kinds of shit right there.
To be honest, I didn't go to it, but I heard through one of my friends who went, and she was like, "No, it was a big deal."
I wanted to go, and then I saw the price tag. I'm like, nah, I think I'm all right. I think I'll pass on this one.
I'm gonna watch a movie on HBO Max.
No, it's another one September.
What?
Look, I think this is all to get you ready for
Oh, yeah,
September.
that makes sense, bro. They're
For
like fucking
Halloween.
doing a tour.
Hey, but it works.
Yeah.
It works for me at least.
Oh yeah, I
'cause
was
get
gonna
to
say
use
like,
it.
dude, you're good.
What if the Annabelle fucking whatever the people that make it, what if they call you out to fucking
Yeah, I'll
that'd be
take it.
badass.
At least to do the red carpet.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, yeah, I'll do it. I don't have management, and in this game, you've got to go with your instincts.
Yeah.
And there were 2 people that approached me, and I was like, no. The first one, I was like, no, thank you, because I won't get into it, but I was in a situation where I put myself in, and I've almost risked my entire characters for one signature.
Wow.
And they were like, no, this person was like, oh yeah, read your contract.
Oh, you almost signed over fucking.
I did already.
Oh, you did?
And I fought. I was ready to physically have an altercation.
Yeah.
Because you were about to take everything from me. And I did it. So I knew I fucked up.
Yeah.
And so we got in this big old argument, and I was like, release me. Good, you're fired. Release me. Email me. Release me. And they did.
Oh,
and I was
shit.
like, whew. So there's another person that approached me, and he was like trying to be smooth. Hey, I want us to get along. Like, I want us to get to know each other. That was his thing.
Was he hitting on you, or was he trying to fucking work with you?
No. He was just trying to be cool and debonair and whatever.
Finesse.
Exactly. And I was like, nope. He's all, no, I just want to get. I said, no, I just told you no. We could be friends from a distance, but we're not going to be. I don't want you to finesse me because I know what you're doing.
Yeah.
No, I do want to represent you later. No, I don't want you to represent me. Period.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad I did both times. Went with my instincts because they weren't good.
Okay.
It came out through the grapevine. They were not good. So thank you. I've been in so many sticky situations where I was about to be sticky, but I listened to my instincts and I said no.
That's good.
There was a joke in that one, but I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Tell me. No, next time say
Nah,
it.
just fucking around.
I just heard it. Sorry. Oh, yes. Call me, guys. But yeah, it's been a lot of lessons.
Yeah.
But I know not to sign anything unless I'm ready.
Yeah.
So
You gotta have an attorney check it out. And
Correct.
Yeah.
And I do have one.
Speaking of that, what's the best piece of advice you got in this industry?
Learn to say no. I think that's the biggest one, is learn to say no to people. And it's more for my well-being, right? Because it's my sanity in it, all of it. And also trusting your instincts as we talked about. But I think that not everyone is your friend.
Yeah.
I think that's a stupid mentality to go into it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Is that it's a childlike view. And I love that. I love people that are like that. But this world is tougher than you really think. And people see you as cash and as a charge and a fee. They don't see you as a person.
Yeah.
So the more you intuitively know that it's important to say no, it's important to back off. It's also important to have sanity and peace of saying, you know what, this is not working.
Yeah. And
It's not for me.
everybody has an agenda at the end of the day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it might be a good agenda that's
Yeah,
mutually,
good or bad.
Yeah, but everybody has a fucking agenda.
Correct.
So you have to be able to see around the corners and see where people are coming from.
Correct. And it's the morbid part of this kind of this whole thing. But in that part, in the dark, weird, scary stuff, that there's good.
Yeah.
There's people that are genuinely sweet, and that, let me be honest, if we were in the streets, we wouldn't be friends if I wasn't online.
Yeah.
Because of societal views, ¿verdad?
Mm-hmm.
And how chauvinistic and males are supposed to be. And because I'm the complete opposite of that, it would be difficult for me to make friends with you two. But I think this platform gives me the opportunity to meet really good people.
Yeah.
And really nice people. And so when I feel it, like when you send me a message, I instinctually was like, I don't want to, I'm just not going to do that.
I told him, you miss your shot if you never shoot it.
Correct.
You know? So I was like, I'm gonna make it a point. I spoke it into existence. And the worst thing you can say is no. And like, oh, hey, thank you for your time. Because we've been told no by various people. But if we never ask, it just be us talking on this white wall.
Closed mouths don't get fed, bro.
Exactly.
And you know, it's funny because I just saw a video yesterday on TikTok, and he said, there's a straight man. He was like, oh, fuck these bitches. I went out and they didn't come up to me, and I went with my friends, and nobody fucking hit on me. And there's somebody spliced it, and he's like, hey, dude, I was like that too a couple of years ago. He goes, until one day I stopped changing and waiting for people to come to me.
Yeah.
I went to them, and it's completely a game changer.
Yep.
Now I have numbers. He goes, at first it was about women, but now I used it for my line of business, and it works. He said, so, and I feel like that was a message for me, because as loud as I am, and it's hard for me to go up to people.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh.
That's me right there, bro. This guy right here he has no fucking issues.
That's when you're old, because of the territory.
Yeah, super.
He's a people person to the max.
But I agree. I think it's something you have to shoot your shot. And that's why I said yes. Because I was hey, he doesn't know me. Yeah. I could have been like, fuck you. But I said, no, I thought that was really nice. This girl came up to me, a woman, she came up to me a couple years ago, and she said, I love your videos and so forth. She goes, I would love to do a podcast with you. I'm nobody big. And I was yeah, I'll do it. And she's like, what? I said, I'll do it. And she's like, really? I said, yeah, here's my blah, blah, blah. And she said, I would have never gone up to you. Never said it. She goes, but something told me to tell you. And I know what it is to be scared.
Yeah.
And I know what it is to to value another human being. And so I thought that took a lot of guts.
That's fucking cool that you did that, and we appreciate you being here with
Yeah,
us.
of course,
we
of
really
course.
appreciate it. It's
I'd
cool.
appreciate coffee next time. But
Yeah, no. We got you next
fuck
time.
you.
We'll make you next time. Sorry.
No. Yeah, it's too late.
It wasn't in the
No,
contract,
we're
bro.
gonna
have- I don't
Wasn't in the
know.
contract, bro.
You got your number.
He's good.
And I'm old, so I have to do
I want
it.
green M&M's.
I know, fuck.
The writers canceled.
That was good.
No, but we got lunch.
No, fuck off. Lunch was already part of it. I don't want to hear it. Yeah, he's
You know
like
what?
making it seem on
No,
camera.
well, you're not gonna get the special. Give him a bean and cheese before.
Oh no, I'm getting a plate. I'm in a big plate.
Give him nachos.
Oh yeah, okay, I'm done for
Without the
nachos.
jalapenos.
No, I don't. That's cool.
You don't like chile?
I love it.
Hey. I really that
He was
took
waiting
me a
for that.
second, bro. It took me a second. I got that shit.
I had to ask.
Hey, but I got a question. The two is that a toupee that you have
Yeah.
on? Okay, because my wife's been she's never seen me with hair, dude. I've been shaving my hair forever, so she wants me to go fuck around and get one.
You should. I have 2 videos that are going viral. One on each platform in Facebook because I have 2 Facebooks. So don't come at me asking me. I have a Jose, which is my original one, and then Jose Na Juan, which is my business one. And they just both happen to be now Jose Na Juan. Well, anyway, I work with a company called Lord Hair, and the discount code is Jose20. Anyway, and they
Jose
had
20.
exactly
Jose 20.
JOSE20, and they're taking it just blew up, and I was like, oh no, here we go.
You're like ching ching.
No, I'm not making money out of that.
Oh, okay.
What I'm scared of is the men, straight men. And sure enough, go to hell. You're a faggot. You're a joto. That's disgusting. You're vile. You can't believe. Go F your, go.
For putting a toupee?
No,
on?
like, yeah. Go, like you should leave this earth. Like they are all the worst human
They
things.
probably like you, bro. It's usually the ones that are fucking all anti-gay, the ones that are super gay, bro.
Correct. And I emotionally know that I'm not fighting against that. It did hurt. You know, some of those
You're
were
human.
Yeah. And some of them were really creative. So those stung. I was like, that was good. So let me go cry for 10 seconds. But for the other ones, I thought, nah, that's not my five, vato. That's your dad. That's your tío that touched you. And you don't know how to like
Let it out.
apologize and forgive.
They're
like
taking out on you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I made a video and I posted all their comments and I was like, I didn't do it to you. Whatever they did to you, I didn't do it.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry they did it, but that's not my fault. Like, yeah, I'm
I
just,
loved it. I saw it. It's
yeah,
great.
I'm just a Latino trying to make it too. But I didn't have hair. I went bald at 26, 27.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, fuck. So all those years I didn't feel good about myself. And now I feel really good. And it's just hair.
Yeah.
People put eyelashes and tattoos, and that's okay. But a hair system, that's where you draw the line.
Well, my wife's been watching those videos, and those guys look like they're 40. They get the hair thing, and then they're like fucking 20 years old. But she just wants to see me with hair, and I don't want to let my hair grow. I mean, I got a little bit of receding, but I can still grow hair.
Yeah.
But I've been shaving my hair since I was a teenager, so I'm used
So
to
you
it.
have hair?
I'm old and I have all
So
my
you
hair.
do have hair?
I could grow hair. I got a little receding now, though. Now that I'm getting older.
But that's nothing.
But she just wants me to put it on for like a week and try it out and check it out.
It's what I always tell people: get ready because Xavier, you look like a sweater.
I'm sweating right now.
No,
Shit.
I know, vato. You because your sweater, it itches.
Okay.
You got to get used to that part.
Well, I don't know if I'm gonna do it. I might do it just to fuck around, just to see.
Yeah, just to find out.
Well, I saw you
Te lo
on
hago
like
yo.
an instructional video where you said, I place the tape. It's breathable.
Yeah.
But then when I saw you put the tape on, I'm like, God damn, where did it breathe from? Because it's like you almost had tape everywhere.
Hey, they're expensive though, right?
In between all that. But that's a really good, like I never thought of it like that. But believe it or not, because it's still French lace, it still breathes in comparison. Because there's some that are really, really tough and there's no breathing through it.
I wouldn't know because I have a full head of hair since I was born. What older people
Shots
do.
fired back. He's gonna get you back, bro.
No, but I get it. It's not that great, but it's still, it's hair.
I thought they put on with glue.
You could use glue as well.
Okay, because those ones stay on longer, right?
But
The
you
glue
said
ones.
in the video, be prepared because the glue will sweat with your
Yeah,
sweat.
he did his work.
Man, he's on your shit, dude.
It's true because I don't know how many times I've gone. If you're thinking about doing it, mira, don't put it on the day you're gonna go dance, unas cumbias, y whatever. It's because you got to put it on the night before and let it cure. And then, because the next day you're going to sweat, the glue's not going to come down. I went to Marketplace during Fiesta and I put the glue the same day and you just saw white.
You look like your fucking grandma with the fucking hair dye coming out.
Luckily, yes. And luckily I put tape. So it wasn't going anywhere. But my friends were like, come here. And I was like, those are good friends. They were fixing my hair and everything. I love it.
Watch.
Yeah.
Like,
Watch, I'm going to show up one day.
You
You're
look like
going to
a
see me with the
melted
full
ice
set of
cream.
hair, bro.
Dude, I was going to say, so, like you said, you got to let it cure. Did you freak out when you woke up and you saw yourself in the mirror? Like, oh, you know you have hair?
No, because you know it's there. So you sleep differently.
You're like the girl from Friday?
Yeah.
like the fuck, you're like the black girl with the fucking shower cap on, fucking sleeping.
You do.
You know, I got you on that one.
Finally said something funny.
You're telling the guys, don't touch my fucking hair.
No. Oh, let me tell you something. I've never been in that. Well, I've been in positions, but I've never been in the position to where he's grabbing my hair. I would just be like, don't touch my hair. I say, I'm pretty quick with my reflexes, so I know not to like do any of that. But no, I hope when it comes to that situation, they know better. Because I do get scared that they're going to pull it.
Oh, of course. I mean, it comes with the territory. Because when I first saw you do that, I'm like, is this a skit? I thought it was a skit at first. I'm like,
thought I shaved it off
he sold out on this. Is like, my fucking respect. Dog. And then when I saw
went all in.
But then when you did the webinar on it, I'm like, oh fuck, it's real. Let me watch this shit.
I get it all the time.
I was combing my hair because I have real hair. Like, wow, this is instructional.
Fuck you. Like this.
Oh, man.
But yeah, when I first saw it, I'm like, man, this dude like really sells his shit.
Yeah.
Like he's all in on his character. I wonder what it's called. It's not pelon, it's something else. But then you're like, oh no, let me tell you. And don't forget Jose 220.
Yeah.
You know, that's a discount code. I'm like, oh fuck, he's selling it.
Yeah.
I'm like, that is pretty dope.
I thought it was a skit too when I first saw it.
Yeah, I get it all the time. They think, is that really? Because I think I do a pretty decent job where it looks like my hair, right? And so people are all, is that really your hair? One lady went like this, and I said, ¿Y pa dónde vas? And she was like, oh, I just wanted to touch it. I said, bájate ahí abajo. Agárrate ahí abajo. Get yourself up there. Don't touch me. And she's like, don't be rude. You're grabbing my body. And so, no, I was like, it's not my hair. It's blah, blah. And I thought so. I was like, ¿sabes qué, señora? I'm going to tussle with you. I want to get down in the dirt and just tussle.
It's over for you, bitch.
I was all chingao. But it was really
so
funny.
people don't understand like personal space. It's like they think it's like, oh, it's easy. No.
Well, it's true. They see you and they feel like they know you.
Oh no, and that's okay.
That's I think that's what it is. They feel like they know you personally, so they automatically think they can go up to you
and they can. No, don't get me wrong. Don't like come say hi to me and do all that good stuff. Just don't grab my hair.
Yeah.
Don't grab my hair and don't grab my clothes.
Yeah, bro, don't be grabbing his hair, right?
Yeah. No, you won't be. You're not fast like
But you're
that.
gonna take it off, so it doesn't matter.
No. But you wanted me to take it off?
Whenever.
Yeah, I'll do it tonight.
All right.
Quítate la ropa también. If we're gonna be there, might as well go all the way, right?
I'm shaved.
Me too.
Okay.
Well, we'll find out. Leave it to the mystery.
Oh, that's true.
Hijo,
But
he wants to leave.
But I want you to read me a murder mystery.
It all started when No, yeah. I love it when I have to do that. That's why I want to do a scary podcast. Those are my favorite.
Oh, yeah, the scary podcasts are the shit, dude.
Yeah.
There's one I watched like 3 a.m. or something, or I listened to on Spotify.
Which one?
It's what's it called, like 3 a.m. or something like that? It's
You
good.
listen to one. I think he's a local in Texas or San Antonio because there's a lot of San Antonio stories. It's called a Scary Story or Scary Story. One of those, sorry. And so people tell their story there. He doesn't interject. He doesn't do any of that. But in some of them, he does read the story or he tells it because they don't want to read it or say it out loud.
Yeah.
So he'll do it, but for the most part, it's somebody telling you. And a lot of the time they're telling the story. She's like, oh, yeah, and we lived in San Antonio and we were there. And I'm like, oh. And it's like one after the other. So I'm like, oh, I think he's a local.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I just followed him everywhere. I was like, I'm going to follow him.
There's some good ones. There's a lot of them, dude. I like to listen to like the demonologist ones. Those ones are creepy as fuck, dude.
Bro, I'm learning
I
more
like
and
that
more
shit,
about
bro.
you today.
Yeah, I love those too.
Yeah, they're badass, dude.
I would listen. If you got a podcast, you have such a great voice.
Thank you.
You have a
Thank
voice
you.
for radio.
That was a backhanded compliment right there.
No,
dude.
no.
Oh, so you do too. No, but thank you, and I think it's a beautiful compliment. I get that online when I'm telling them I'm on live, right? I'll be there for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
But I'm not doing stuff. I'm like actually
You're talking.
Just
Yeah.
talking and bullshitting.
Yes, correct. And so sometimes I'm just telling stories, and people are like, "Oh, do you have a good voice?" And I'm like, "Oh, thank you." So I feel like that's a message for me to do something. The ones I did are not working for me. So I know I gotta keep thinking of new ideas.
You got to find the one that takes for you.
Correct. So I know that this is not it. So I think my instincts are to go to do scary stories.
That'd be badass, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, those scary stories are fucking badass.
I know a good one. It's called Child Support.
Ooh, people are afraid of that one.
Shit. You better believe it. You will run when you hear that.
I
shit.
know. Deadbeat. I can't stand up.
Well, I don't thought you were calling me that. I'm like, excuse me.
Oh no, why are we talking? Did I hit her nerve?
No, not at all.
No, are you sure?
The age one, you might have. I'll forget the child support
Ya,
one, but the
déjalo, ya está viejo, pobrecito.
old people don't forget.
Oh, no, yes they do. Amnesia.
Well, I don't have that.
Yet.
But I'm far
He's
away
almost
from
there.
that.
He's almost there.
Yeah, I was like,
Don't
we're
forget
not.
how-
I'm just fucking with you, bro.
Y'all are like right on my tail.
Se enojó el
Y'all are like
cabrón.
right on my tail. Y'all
Nah,
are
nah,
like,
nah. And he's a comedian too.
Hey, you know what?
Take it, vato.
It'll be one of those things that I can talk about on stage.
Yeah, no, I won't though.
No, not you, me.
Oh, you should.
Yes, I will.
You should. You should.
I'll bring it up.
You know, it's funny that one time, not you, but this story's funny. Is one of my every time I'm gonna do stand up, one of my friends says, "Oh, you could use me on my story." I'm like, "Shut up, bitch! I'm not using you. You're boring."
And bam.
And one of my roommates said the same thing. He's like, "No, you could use." I was like, "Shut up! I'm not using you." And it just naturally happened. I was talking about. Can I say? I've been saying that word, so sorry.
Yeah.
I said puta, and I pointed at him, and I had a good like 15 minutes just with him, and it worked, and it was perfection at its best. And he was like, "Told
She
you."
loved it.
Oh yeah, you wanted credit.
Yeah, and I was whatever. And, but that was a moment that I was like, that actually did work really
That
well.
was a good game after the show.
Exactly. He was a setup, but I don't think I've used it since. But it worked
But
at
it
the time.
works.
Yeah.
But you know that if all else fails, that's always like,
It's in the back pocket.
Oh yes. So I posted a picture of me on my knees, and it was on.
were you praying?
In Covina? It was in Covina.
Oh.
It was in Covina, California on stage. So, and I posted it.
Oh,
and
you
it
better
was,
have been praying on stage.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I sure was praying. You know where I think it didn't? I think it worked, but I wasn't sure. We were going to Covina, myself, Jonah, and E, and myself. And we were flying there, and she wanted to do all these things. And I said, "Hey, why don't you calm the hell down? Let's just let the universe do what it's gonna do."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Okay, I'm just gonna let her do it. Fuck it." And she gets a ring and the call, and in the ring, it's from a manager. Do you know who Concrete is?
Yeah. That is fucking hilarious, bro. One of my favorites.
Well, I didn't know of him like that.
Yeah.
I knew his work, but I didn't really know of it. I think I just saw like one clip, and that's it. So anyway, the manager says, "Hey, are you guys busy?" Or to her really. And I thought she was saying that we were gonna see the show. It's already sold out. So I tap her during the call and I say, "Plus one, plus one." And she's like, "Oh yeah, and I have my friend who's a comedian, blah blah blah. Jose Juan. Cool, send me his Instagram." I was like, "That's weird." Okay. So we get to the Airbnb and she's like, she gets another call from him. And she's like, "Hey, yeah, okay, perfect. Okay, see you then." And she's like, "Okay, we have 10 minutes on stage each."
Oh shit.
What?
No. I said, no. I only wanted to get a free ticket. "Oh, that's why you tapped me?" And I said, "Yeah, I wanted to see the show." She goes, "Oh, no. You have 10 minutes on stage." I said, no. I was like, let me just scream 4 minutes or for a few times. So I screamed like, And I was like, no, what am I going to do it? Anyway, get on stage and I do the one about my best friend or my roommate. And I start mimicking the thing on my knees. And they laughed and they laughed. 10 minutes, get off the stage. It wasn't it wasn't for me, is what I think. It wasn't for me. But I knew that it was still an opportunity. I get off stage and I'm watching Concrete and I am watching magic at its fucking finest. And he has Dunos up there as well and the other great guys. And I'm fucking hysterically laughing, drinking and laughing. And as it's going along, straight men come up to me, hey, bro, that was fucking good. That was good. Hey, bro, that was funny. Straight men are not going to ask me, what's your online thing? They're just not. So they'll send the girlfriend or the girlfriend does it. And sure enough, girls are like, who are you? You're so funny, blah, blah, blah. Can I follow you? Can I follow? So at the end of the day, that was my goal, is just to make them laugh. And it works.
So now you got a bunch of cholos from LA following you.
Well, cholos in LA are fine. They don't give up like here. They're like, híjole, tan gorditos, sin chulitos. No, I know. But I like the ones from LA.
Oh, he's from LA?
They're pretty boys. But he's a cholo. You're a cholo.
I was. I don't dress like that.
Well, he's already in San Antonio, so he blends in.
I just like a Texan now.
I saw that shirt too.
With the Columbia. It's too fucking hot out here, bro.
It's
These are fucking
hot.
comfortable, dude.
No, it is hot.
And I'm a sweater, so fucking this is it right here.
Those are like the fishing shirts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
This
That's the official shirt of
This
Texas.
is Texas Essential right here, bro.
That's the valley.
So if you guys see it, it's
that's all you
Texas
see.
Essential, bro.
It even has that line in the back, right? Or the opening.
Yeah.
If you're out here, you fucking dry fit and these fucking shirts right
I'm
here.
glad I put on this t-shirt, because if not, I would have been wearing one of those.
No, but you're not sweating. You look like you've been. You don't shine. I'm already shiny. You're not even shiny at all.
I'm over here
That's 'cause
fucking
you keep-
dripping and shit.
You are.
I know, you're working extra hard.
That's because I had to get up and run, take care of the
yeah,
cameras.
it's
Got
'cause
me
he
going,
kept
bro. Got me
fucking up.
going. I fucked up.
Yeah.
Put me on the spot. I fucked up.
I'm not sweating because I got it easy. I always have it easy. You're the one that does all the hard work, and I'm thankful for that every day.
Yeah, that's really nice. But it is hot here, so it was. I could see why you have to adapt.
Yeah.
And you do.
Well, I stopped dressing like a cholo anyways, because that shit it's like a big target on you. You know what I mean? With the cops and
Yeah,
everything.
you would have banged it right in.
Yeah. No, here it's different. You know what's funny is I'm about to change Pelon's outfit. Because once I'm stuck with the outfit. I don't want it to change, because once you see that, you know exactly who I am.
You're able to associate it with the character. And,
Correct. And I saw this company called Brown and Proud. Shout out to me merch. Brown and Proud is exactly what it sounds like. So I got me a 4X shirt, and it says Brown and Proud, and that's Pelon's new shirt. It's on the way, so
He's evolving.
exactly to like
Something different to wear.
correct. I haven't evolved him, because a lot of my characters, I want to make sure that you start seeing depth into it. And so the granddaughter, as much as it's funny, I also want to make it sad.
Yeah.
And in the storyline, I did what I grew up with, and my mom was in and out of jail because she was a drug addict. So I wanted her to have that same backstory, because people started asking, why does she live with her grandma and not her mom? And I was like, okay, it's time. It's time that I share it. And I did, and I made it. It was sad, but in my sad moments, I also need to make it funny.
Yeah.
There's a comedian. I don't know if it's Australia. I don't know what part of the country's he's like from. But it's Mrs. Brown's Boys. Have you seen it?
Nah. I don't think
Okay, so this is my take. You should maybe put it in a little clip if you can.
I'll look for it.
Yeah, Mrs. Brown's Boys. He started doing it with his family members, and he started doing an older character, and he plays a viejita too. But in it, he built this thing where it went on to TV, and then he just became this amazing thing. But what he does is, I think, is fantastic. On top of it, is he breaks the fourth wall. And so as he's filming and they make a mistake, he keeps it. And he's like, and he roasts them like in a funny way.
Yeah.
And they keep it, and it's fucking amazing. And he'll talk to the audience sometimes, and he's like, no, blah, blah, blah. And he'll say something in reference to, because they just messed up. and it's perfection. He goes around where the camera shows the cameras to go get his purse that he forgot because he authentically forgot it.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And so he'll go around where the cameras are and he's like, okay. And then he goes right back into it.
Damn.
And he is another one that I'll learn his name one day, but he is the epitome of funny to me. So there are varieties of people that I love. So yeah.
That's interesting. I never heard about that. So it's kind of resembles Carol Burnett a little bit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I can see that.
Because I know they'd try their hardest to crack each other.
Yeah.
And they would be like laughing and they're in character and they're breaking and they're like, and they're trying to say something and they can't, and the other one keeps going. There's a part in one of them where Tim Conway talks about a circus elephant that's a mute. He goes, the poor elephant was a mute, so he wouldn't really do a elephant like,
Oh.
and they would be like, what do you mean? He goes, well, he couldn't do that, so he would do snarkle. So they lost it. And then he goes, yeah, he would eat a pita and he'd snarkle. So all of them knew when he said that it was all bets are off. So they're like, well, why don't you? And they started laughing again, and he would do it. Why? The poor elephant, it's not his fault. But he kept going at it, and until he broke everyone. And then said, okay, that's it. Okay, go. Break
See,
character.
that's the good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's when you can. I feel like if you were sitting there watching a show like Big Bang Theory or George Lopez or whatever, and they're filming it live in front of you, to get a break from waiting for the joke to land and refilming, it can get a little tiresome.
Oh yeah, I bet.
But to actually get somebody to talk to you and make a joke, because he does that too, or he did that, and he would film, and in between while they're fixing the lights and so forth, he'd say, "Oh, let me tell him a joke," and he'd tell him a joke, and he's just
worked.
amazing.
That's good.
I need to look into that. That's a good one. And not just change or transition, but what's one of the worst pieces of advice you got?
I think it's that your coworkers are your friends.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand. I was like, that's fucking rude. I love these people. And I was working with some people here in San Antonio. I won't name names. Because I was like, no, those are my friends. Those are my friends. And people are like, no, they're not. They're your coworkers. Mm-hmm. And I said, no, that's rude. And I took that for a long time. Like, how dare you? Until one day.
You got crossed.
It was kind of crossed. It was, we're all trying to come up, ¿verdad? And if you have an in to get somebody in, then that's not your time, but at least you gave the opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I know this one person who will not help you. He'll say online, like, I'll help you. He'll say to everybody, yeah, you guys are amazing. Let's all work together. But he won't really do it behind the scenes. And that's the part that I was like, oh, I thought he was my friend.
Yeah.
But he won't help you. He won't do anything. And I thought it was the worst advice I'd ever heard until it happened. And I thought it was the best advice.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So what's one of the best pieces of advice you could give to someone that's aspiring to do content or be a comedian or anything?
Is know your niche.
Yeah.
Don't force. I think a lot of people forget that forcing something that isn't authentic to you, like I see a lot of the content creators who can ad-lib really well, then do that.
Yeah.
But then I see some other ones that you could tell they're trying. Everybody does this in the beginning. Guys, today, get up. You are worth it. You can do this. It is a phenomenal day. Don't sit back. And it doesn't work. Because it doesn't feel authentic to who you are.
Yeah.
You could tell that the shit is just words.
Uh-huh.
You don't believe it. You're a life coach and you don't believe it.
Yeah.
So work to something that is authentic to whom you are. Cooking, cleaning, eating, funny, or whatever it is. But showcase your actual talent because then it works and people authentically love it.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't, you can feel the disingenuine part about it, so people they'll flip through it.
Yeah, I think in the beginning too, everybody's trying to find what they're good at. I think we're still on that stage, bro. Like we're messing around with stuff and still trying to find our lane. You know what I mean? I feel like that. Like when it comes to content and stuff we're making.
A lot of times, like we're kind of like, man, you don't want this would work, or let's try this. and then we end up like, nah, let's not. Let's hold off.
And you watch what's going on, and you try what else is going on just to try it. And I think we haven't found our lane completely yet, bro. That's where I think we're at.
I think you have to try it.
Yeah.
Because the worst you're gonna get is they're not watching it, right?
Yeah.
But I think it's when you like. I don't know how you do this. Sorry, I just said yes and I didn't do it. I saw one clip that you sent me and that's it. And I just wanted to see whether it was gonna be. There was no class to it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's cute. That's sweet. Okay, I like it. So I said yes. But I think you have to do it like when you splice these clips, you'll see that you have to splice those and put those out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think whatever you do and however funny and whatever or the subjects, understand that there's always more than one perspective. So when I do these videos and people tell me online like, oh, I don't like your outfit, change it. Vete a la verga, I don't care about that.
Yeah.
Like, unless you come with something like, hey, you know what would work a little bit better is if her hair was this way.
Yeah.
Because that in the South, that's how we had it. Mm-hmm. Then it's helpful.
Yeah.
But I think listening to also your comments would help.
Yeah. You got to listen to your comments and your criticism.
I think we're big on that. I know we've made it a point where we always say, hey, comment. We take the good, the bad, the ugly. It'll help us grow and be a better podcast for you guys because at the end of the day, y'all are watching us or not.
Correct.
You know? So I think we actually made it like a bit where they'll message me. They won't comment, but they'll message me directly. Hey, the back looks like y'all in a funeral home, or it looks like y'all in a beauty.
Is that why you said that?
Yeah, that's why you said that
we
earlier.
get that a lot. That looks like a funeral home.
I do see that.
You know, like
who decorated it?
Well, I remodeled. I did everything in here.
Oh, that's probably why.
But it's for you saw where we came into a beauty studio. This is women oriented. It just happens we're using the
because his wife
studio.
has a podcast. She does a podcast here.
We ran out the podcast, dude, and it's more women oriented.
So it's got to be okay.
So we keep it kind of.
I think it's the flowers. To be honest.
definitely. I keep telling you.
I would just
take
remove the
off,
flowers, and put something that doesn't look.
Well, it's a
elderly.
running thing. We're gonna get a background for our podcast and put it up and stuff like that. We just haven't got there yet.
No. That takes time. Look, it's the white, right? Some people love color.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're probably trying to tell you is that people love color. Yes, it's clean and it's beautiful and it looks nice on video, but it also washes us off.
Yeah.
Like I'll look extremely dark. I'll bet you.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you look like the kid from Lilo and Stitch.
Which one? Because it's gonna wash. It doesn't balance. But maybe just that.
Yeah.
Maybe just a change of a color.
Yeah.
So
we know we need.
But we take the criticism and we adapt. We grow with it.
You need to tell them to stop messaging you and put the comments on so we get
That's
some
what
fucking feedback
tell
on the
people.
fucking.
I want people like, hey, message the YouTube.
We need the interaction on the channels,
media.
guys.
yeah, put it on there.
Don't just direct message me and be afraid to call it out because I'll call you
When
out.
we get interaction, it helps us grow. You know, with the interaction, the algorithm sees that we're getting back and forth and stuff, so it helps us grow. But if you guys would just message them, ain't doing nothing for us.
No, it really doesn't. I always tell there's not me anymore, but before people would do the exact same thing. Is that they were sending me messages that, well, I don't really like this. I'm like, it doesn't count unless you put it on.
Yeah.
And they're like, why? I said, because at least what the older crowd doesn't understand how this works is that when you put a comment on there, it pushes the video out more.
Yeah.
So it does help. Even if you're
does.
putting an emoji or a quick little, oh my God, this is so funny. You know, the guy in the orange is beautiful and the other ones are really struggling. Those pushes the video out even more and more.
Even if you think it's mean or you think it's insulting, we don't give a fuck. We'll just make a joke out of it and fucking roll with it.
Correct.
So
Yeah, because words will never break me.
that's old school right there.
That's too old. I'm showing my age again.
Otra vez. No, you could just stand there. We'd see it.
Like the plant.
We'd see it.
Like the plant.
This conversation's going badass, and I hate to do this, but I'm scared we're gonna run out of space. So
Okay, we're good. Well, name any things or projects you got coming up.
So on June 7th, we have at Brewster's Ice House, we're going to have something between 2 to about 4 or 5. But it's a fundraiser for Chona E and her family. So you just donate what you can at the door. It's family friendly. And between 2 to 3, you can go up on stage and do your thing for whomever. And I would like to go just to see more people because I would like to bring them on stage later on. But that's your opportunity. Also, June 13th, I'm going to be at the Empire Theater with AJ Rivas, and it's a Pride Fest, but it's just everyone's welcome. It's funny. It's great. I would say it's more adult humor. And then June 21st at Los Angeles, downtown LA at the Upstairs, and yours truly is headlining it, and it's my very first show in Los Angeles. Please get the word out. Buy the tickets.
Do you have everything up on your social medias? Where
Yeah,
we find the links to
everything's in my
everything?
links. I'll send you if you want the link.
Yeah, because we'll try to be there.
Yeah.
The ones that we can't make to, we'll try to
Of
go there for
course.
sure.
Please
If
and
we can
thank
get
you.
this guy on stage, we got to get him there.
Yeah, I think that 2 to 3 would be perfect.
I'll be there because one, it's in the South Side. I'm originally from the South Side.
Okay.
And I've been to Brewster's. I know he won't be here. He'll be out of town.
Yeah, I live to. When is that?
Next weekend.
Oh yeah, I'll be gone. I'll be in California next weekend.
Oh, nice.
But I'll be there. I'll see you there.
Yeah.
I
No,
won't touch,
absolutely.
I won't touch your hair. I
No, you won't ever touch it. You're right, you won't. With that said, thank you for coming.
No, thank you a lot for coming, bro. It was a badass. It was a good
Yes.
conversation. We
No,
love
we
it.
my
appreciate
pleasure.
you again. Thank you for trusting your gut and allowing us to grace
Yes.
you with your presence.
Yes, that's true.
And like, and you got some fans here for life now, bro. For
Thank
sure.
you. No, it really is my
just to
pleasure.
the
No,
six.
yes, I do. He loves me. He knew every one of my videos. Thank you.
He's been stalking
Yeah.
me a little
I
bit.
told my sister, Mari, don't look at us.
No, he does.
No. He's not coming over either, so don't.
Yeah,
don't-
right. Now I am.
No, but thank you so much. We
Yeah,
really
thank you.
It's my
Appreciate
pleasure. Thank you, guys.
All right, guys, make sure you guys follow him too and check out all his shit because it's pretty funny.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much. And again, thank you.
Yes, of course, my pleasure.
We'll see you on the next
On the next one.
podcast. Later.
Later, guys.
Bye.